the difference between personal beliefs and the letter of the law. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is attorney Corky Goldstein. Thanks so much for being with us.
Always good to be here.
We're talking about the case that recently happened in Rowan County, Kentucky, with a local clerk of courts, Kim Davis. And with Miss Davis's case, she was refusing to put her signature on same-sex marriage license. And she said this was because of personal beliefs and her personal religious beliefs, and that she said she was religiously persecuted. You say that that is not the case, that she was elected to a position to be the clerk of courts, and that this is not a case of religious prosecution, even though that's what she was claiming to do. Why do you say that that's the case?
Because the law passed by the Supreme Court of the United States, and people can disagree with many decisions of the Supreme Court and this on same-sex marriage, was that same-sex couples have the same legal right to get a marriage license as heterosexual couples. And it is her belief, based on her religion, which is fine, or whatever her reasons might be, to advocate against that, to be against that, to not like it. But once she took the oath of office to become the clerk of courts in that county, one of their responsibilities is to issue the marriage licenses. If she didn't want to sign them, she could have had a deputy do it and put them out. But she does not have the legal right to refuse to issue them once she became the clerk of courts. It isn't because of, now on religious grounds, if she says, no, I'm not going to do it, then she has to accept the consequences of breaking the law. But it isn't that. If she would, in her personal life, outside of being clerk of courts, she can advocate against it, she can still be against it, she can speak against it, she can do anything she wants, and other people can be against it. But she had an elected governmental position that she was paid to do, and one of those mandates was issue the license.
And you've brought up a few different points there. One is consequences. So if an elected official is not following what they are supposed to do as the elected official, the job duties of that elected official, then there could be consequences, potentially even being voted out of office or kicked out of office or being held in contempt of court.
Absolutely, and she went before a judge, and there was a judge's order, and she went to jail. She accepted that consequence. She went to jail, and then she was let out of jail. And there was a court order saying she could go back to that. There was making accommodations, and that she could have a deputy sign rather than her and issue that. So accommodations can be made. But it wasn't because of her religion. It was because she was an elected governmental official. This woman was divorced. When she went to pick up her divorce decree at, let's say, the Prothonotary's office in that county, who have the legal responsibility to issue the divorce decree when it's ready, if the Prothonotary down there said to her when she went for hers, I'm against divorce on religious grounds and I'm not doing it, she would be stunned, and that Prothonotary, under the same situation, would have been breaking her oath of office.
And with this, though, is the distinction in this, is the idea that this individual, this woman, is an elected official, sworn to do a duty as an elected official. So if this was a private citizen saying, I'm not going to do something because of religious ideas, religious ideals, is that the distinction here? Because
yes.
This is an elected official sworn to do a duty.
Right, and she knew when she ran for this office that one of her duties was going to be issuing marriage licenses. She might not have known at the time that the Supreme Court was going to say that same-sex marriages were equal, or same-sex couples could get these marriage licenses. However, once that became the law, the oath that she took was, I am going to follow the law.
Thanks so much for being with us, Corky.
Thank you.
We've been talking with Corky Goldstein. I'm Jill Horner.